I think initially in the first phase, I think there's some excellent opportunities for UK companies on infrastructure. China's already sort of seen and reaped the benefits of the first sort of wave of major infrastructure in the region. But I think to put in more highways, to put in more high-speed rail in particular, this will be great. And I think for UK companies with the skills that they have in airport design, in the provision of, in how infrastructure is operated and maintained, this would be a great opportunity. I think the infrastructure that goes around that on the services, whether it's healthcare, education, social care, etc. UK designers and architects have got a really important part to play, and I think can offer a huge amount for the development ambitions of the economic circle. And then beyond that, we know that a core part of the economic circle will be research and development and advanced technology, healthcare. UK scientists, UK researchers, UK academic institutes have got a lot to offer there, and I really do hope that they can find business opportunities that they can benefit from, but also that Chinese companies in the region can benefit from as well. Last year the Smart China Expo unfortunately was held online through the circumstances of the pandemic. I'm pleased that this year it's coming back offline. We're working really hard to prepare for that event in August. We've got many UK companies wanting to participate in that. Companies like Relix and Microfocus and so many others. They've got a strong presence in China already and are looking forward to participating in that event. UK businesses that are established in China are taking advantage of the very quick economic recovery that's happened in China. Businesses that are able to work remotely and digitally are taking advantage of the new world that we're living in. But there's still a lot of businesses who need to have face-to-face meetings, they need to have face-to-face engagement. And that's not just UK businesses wanting to work in China, but it's actually Chinese businesses wanting to work in the UK. I've spoken with many of them. So, as soon as it's safe to do so, and of course only when it's safe to do so, we want to encourage travel to become more normal. I don't suppose it will go back to what it was before, but to become more normal, to allow our business people from UK and China to have more face-to-face engagement and to help build and drive greater bilateral trade. History, I'm always interested in history because I think history tells us so much, obviously, about the past, but it helps to understand where we are now. So Chongqing, I've discovered since I've arrived, has got a really interesting history, particularly sort of modern history in the last 100 years or so. I guess sort of beginning with in the 1930s with the war against Japanese aggression. So to see the role that Chongqing played in that, and also the suffering, of course, that it went through for many years, but the role that it played in that, the fact that there's so many foreign missions here and foreign embassies that were here. The British Embassy was here during that period of the Second World War. To see that, to see where the negotiations that took place and all of the coming together of particularly this old Kuomintang and the CCP during that phase of the war was very interesting. Of course, when you actually see the sites, physically see the sites where it happened, it brings it to life. So it was really interesting, and I really enjoyed it. Well, I think it's got a very bright future. I mean, clearly it's part of the national plans for Chengdu, Chongqing economic circle. So that, in terms of its role that it will play within terms of that broader regional development, is going to be crucial. But I think Chongqing will always have its character, which is driven by its geography, is driven by its past, by the rivers, by the mountains. And these that character is a real strength to Chongqing. So to bring that, to keep those strong characteristics, but to engage more internationally, to become more open for foreign businesses. I think if it can grasp that and continue its development, it's got a lot. Someone described me recently that Chongqing's infrastructure has got a lot of hard wiring, a lot of hard infrastructure. So the bridges, the tunnels, the highways. These are great, and these are necessary for any modern city to develop. But in the next phase of its development is the softer side, so the softer wiring, the softer infrastructure, the street level, the people side of it, and the people spaces within the urban centre. And if it can achieve that, then that, combined with its natural characteristics, I think can make it a truly international city. Talk about cultural exchange and the people-to-people exchanges. This is really, really important. It's always important because we need to understand each other and understand our respective cultures. So I'm genuinely interested in terms of what people in Chongqing would like to know about the UK, would like to know about Britain. You know, we think, you know, as I'm sure in Chongqing people have got a particular view about Chongqing, and this is how they want to present themselves. And in the UK, we've got a particular view about the UK, how we present ourselves. But I'm really interested in hearing what Chongqing people want to know and understand more about the UK. Rather than me just telling a story about the UK, ask me questions about the UK, what you really and genuinely are interested in. And I'd be very, very pleased to help answer those questions.